What's going on, guys? Spencer Clays here, back with another episode about how to grow your business, how to get more customers, leads, and sales, and ultimately make more money as we go into the fall of 2022 and into the year of 2023 and beyond. The big things that I'm seeing in the market, what's shifting, and all that stuff. So, the way I see it, there are three major things you want to look out for. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, so as you guys know, I have the Ultimate Pressure Washing Marketing Guide, which is a book that I wrote over the last year and released this year, and I've had some great feedback. I get tons of messages, comments, and questions about it. And so from all that feedback and the stuff that I've seen running my own ads, running ads for people across the country, I got several clients where I'm doing their marketing for them. These are the big things that I'm seeing. So number one, this is part of a bonus updated chapter to the book. So if you got the book, you already got this chapter sent to you as well. If you don't have the book, you can access all of this. It comes with the book, the audiobook, and this bonus chapter down below. And so the big three things is, number one, the rise of short form video content. Number two, the importance of Google My Business and how SEO is dead. And number three, just the rising ad costs leading to more trial and error. And we're going to talk about these three things in detail. So stick to the end and we will hopefully make a lot more money. And if you just tweak a couple of these things, you're gonna see some crazy results at least from what I've seen. So what does the rise of short form video content mean? So namely, look around. Everyone is on their phone. They have their phone on their face. What are they doing? They're scrolling. They're looking at Instagram, YouTube Shorts, TikTok. People are used to short form, just vertical videos. And so what this means is we can not only test video ads that are gonna potentially do very well, but it also means that people just want to see them. So if we're running Facebook ads, for example, which in my experience is the best way to get leads quick, is Facebook ads. So we want to be running vertical ads, kind of like the TikTok style. And the coolest thing, like guys, I've been saying this for a minute, but the coolest thing is you can test out what a good video is, because sometimes on TikTok you post 10 videos and none of them do well. They all suck. But then that one video, the 11th video, or maybe it's the 30th video, does really well. It's engaging, something about the videos is different, and people really like it. So what we can do is we can turn around and we can use this on Facebook because we know it's an engaging video. Because Facebook likes this, so we got to keep in mind what the platforms want. What does Facebook want? What does Google want? How do we help them get what they want? Facebook wants people to stay on their platform. If your ad is bad, ugly, shitty, people don't like it, and they leave the platform, Facebook hates that. They're going to still show your ad, but it's going to cost way more. So if you can get an ad that's really engaging, people are liking, commenting, sharing, then that ad is going to go way further. You're going to get so much more bang for your buck. So we want to have an engaging video that is good. And this doesn't mean it needs to look pretty or whatever. And the hardest part is you never really know what is going to work until you actually start running an ad. So that is one of the biggest things that I've seen and will continue to go. I don't really see this slowing down as long as these platforms are still pushing out this content. It's going to be even more important to be getting on these platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, posting these to yourself. So not only so you can test, but also grow your brand, grow your audience. Everyone on here should have these accounts, so you can just look at me. I've grown immensely this year just by posting a lot more, and it hasn't been really that hard. You're already doing the stuff. You're already cleaning stuff. You're already doing business. You're already being you, just talking. So. Like this, we're just having a conversation. I'm just recording it, So that's really important. Get on it, guys. Want to see some progress. Number two, let's talk about Google My Business. So when I talk about what does Facebook want, what does Google want? So Google they're really pushing out location-based. So what this means is SEO is much harder to break into. It's a lot more competitive. And also it's just a lot of time. Whereas like Facebook is like instant. You can just turn on the flow of leads. Same with Google Ads if you know how to do that. Which I used to do that, but I've just found that Facebook ads have been really good for my business. But not to say that I do not use Google, because I use Google all the time. My website is up and running and it provides me leads constantly. So the thing with Google is you want to have your Google My Business profile updated and optimized. So they call this the Google Business Profile now. They've changed the name a few times. But if you just go into Google, type in Google My Business or Google Business Listing, your website needs to be up there. It needs to have, let's see, I'm going to show you. So what happens is they send you a postcard. It's going to look like this. And it's going to have a pin that, I'm not going to show you my pin, but you get a pin for your business. So you need to verify your business profile. You need to update, you need to optimize your Google My Business profile. It's pretty straightforward. It's super simple, but I did this a year ago, guys, and I get calls every single week. Let's say I got one call a week. And these are very motivated customers. They found you on Google, they've read your website, they like all this stuff, they've seen all your content. And then when they reach out to you, they're going to be they're going to be a lot more motivated to do business with you. So these are much higher quality leads. Because as we know, if we're running a Facebook ad campaign, we might get 4 messages and 2 of them never respond back. And then one of them was like kind of flaked. And then one was a solid lead. So it's versus this. So even if we're just getting one quality lead per week, that's still potentially like, $300, $400, $500 extra that you're making per week. Like this last week, I got a job. Last week and then next week, I'm doing $2,000 days. Just like where I'm doing a couple of houses, and I got these leads from Google. Like people just call my website, and so $1,000, like that's crazy good. So, optimize your Google My Business profile. So it's super simple. It's very straightforward. There's a little bit of nuance to it. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments. I can make a more in-depth video about that. But it's pretty straightforward. Just make sure all your stuff is optimized. Make sure your address is up to date. Make sure you have all your services, your attributes, all that stuff. Go in there constantly. Like the metaphor that I wrote down is Google is your garden. You need to cultivate your garden so you can, you have like a steady flow of leads coming in. And Facebook ads are more like hunting. If you need meat, you want to go out, you got to go out hunting. You get those leads, whereas Google is your garden. So that sounded way cooler in my head, but it's a pretty good analogy though. Hunting versus gathering, where you have the leads coming in just because you have the website up, versus like going out and getting the jobs. So you guys know what I mean, I hope. But anyways, and then number 3, the rising ad costs that lead to more trial and error. So this kind of just ties back into those other 2 points where just in general, ad costs are going up. That's just, look around, price of gas, cost of milk is going up. Everything is going up. I mean, I just got off the phone with my guy I'm going over next week for $1,000 doing a couple houses, and it's like last year I think I did them for like $220, but now it's like it's $250. I'm gonna do each house for $250, and prices are going up. So anyways, but ad costs are going up, so we got to charge more, obviously. But what does this mean with ad costs? So honestly, I see this as a very good thing when it's keeping more people out of the market. When people don't want to run ads, people don't want to risk it. They want to stay in and kind of just let their business starve, essentially. So people who do this, doesn't really make sense to me, because when I spend money on ads, I see $5 out, $10 per day, $20 per day. If I'm spending $20 a day, I'm usually more busy than I need to be. I'm only spending $10 a day right now. Some of my clients, I have them spending $20 a day because their website isn't as advanced as mine, and my website's not that good, but I've had it up for a couple of years. So this is something you need to get on now, so you have especially over the winter, if you're not as busy, make sure your website is up to date and you're getting those calls. And the way I said SEO was dead is, don't worry about the backlinks and stuff. Just make sure Google My Business profile is up to date, because what we have is the Google Map Pack. It's called that, because when you look at Google, I'll put a picture here on the screen, but let's say you type in best plumber or plumber in Austin, Texas or something, it's going to show the top 3 listings from the map. That's the ones above that are the sponsored posts. Then the first organic thing is the map. So they're really pushing out this location based. They want people to do business in their community and so that sort of thing. So it's like you're not gonna be able to just outrank that if someone is actually closer and has their Google My Business profile updated. So kind of been beating that dead horse for a while now. But anyways, so rising ad costs, let's get back to that. So things are just more expensive, charge more obviously, but don't be afraid though, because if you're watching content like this, if you have a decent grasp, you should be able to be getting these leads for not too much. I would not, if you're running a Facebook ad campaign, you should, like, ideally I want to see lead costs below like $8. $10 is all right. 15 is like pushing it. If it's more than $20 per lead, like that's like, you got to change the offer. You got to change something. For me personally, I like to have my leads below like $6. But and because if you're charging at least $300 per job, $400, $500, then you know it really doesn't take that many leads for you to start really making that profit. And like I said, I only spend $10 a day, and that gets me at least one, sometimes two or more jobs per day. So anyways, guys, that is pretty much it. Start running ads. Make sure website is up to date. Don't be afraid to spend a little bit more money, but charge a little bit more as well. So those are the big things. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email at spencer@spencerclays.com. I'll link it down below. Especially if you just want me to do this for you, I have a little space for 1 to 2 more clients where I can run all your ads for you and update your website for you. So feel free to shoot me an email. I look forward to hearing the comments, questions, and all of that sort of stuff. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.